If you'd like to see how I'm going to transform this Dollar Tree glass jar into this lovely breast cancer awareness support gift, keep watching this video. Hey YouTube, so today in this video I am going to be doing a Dollar Tree DIY, and I'm going to be making a breast cancer awareness gift. It's the month of October and I do have a friend who is overcoming breast cancer. I already made her a canvas, so I also want to make her something else, and this is I'm excited about this because it's my first time making a candle. So I'm going to be using this nice sturdy heavy-duty glass container. I've already washed it off and pulled the sticker from the bottom of it, and I saw some videos online where people were using Dollar Tree candles to melt down the wax and to make it into another candle. So I went and purchased this. I went and purchased this candle. I'm not sure how many ounces of wax this will make, but I feel like, okay, it says 6 ounces. So I feel like that should be enough to fill this up. I'm going to use either some alcohol, I want it to be pink, some alcohol ink or some mica powder to make the wax the color that I want. And I'm already used my Silhouette Cameo. This is so bright. And I used my Silhouette Cameo to cut out some of the awareness ribbons. This isn't the particular pink that I would prefer to use, but it's gonna have to work out. It's more like a fuchsia color, but it's just gonna have to work out. I think it'll be fine. So I cut out the word Survivor and Team Tierra. So I plan on putting these on here some type of way. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and peel this off so I can start boiling this down. I'm going to peel this off so I can go ahead and boil this down on the stove. And the research I've done, they said to do it like slow and low. So that's the first step. So okay, so I have my pot of water boiling. I need to lower it a little bit because it's been boiling for quite a while. It's pretty hot. I'm just going to sit it inside. I wish I had a taller pot and let that boil. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the wax to melt down, I'm gonna go ahead and put my decals onto this glass jar. Okay, so I've already wiped this glass down with alcohol, and what I'm doing is just adding on the decals that I cut out. I'm taking like a card and I'm just smoothing on there, trying to line them up, but also not making it perfect. If I worry about something being super straight and super perfect, it stresses me out. So I just kind of make it as neat as I can. Now I'm just gonna wait for the candle wax to melt down. While I'm waiting for the wax to melt, I am gonna add just some cluster of stones and pearls on here. And I'm going to use this Bob Smith MAXI Cure because I want something that's gonna dry pretty quickly. And I don't want it to kind of melt the glue. I'm hoping that this should be fine. So I'm just gonna do like a little bit of dots of this and try to fill this up. And I have a wax pickup tool I'm gonna use to go ahead and pick these stones. So I'm using this MAXI Cure glue. It dries pretty quickly, but if you're not careful and use small amounts at a time, then it will get very, very messy and just completely blur everything out. As you can see, I put little dots at a time. Another thing I tried not to do is go too close to the edge of the decal to get it close to the glass. Once this gets on the glass, it's over. So I just kind of did a little scatter method. I just wanted to add a little bit of glam and shimmer to the candle, but as you can see, it looks just fine, even if you don't add any rhinestones to it at all. So that's completely optional. I just thought it looks nice this way. And also another reason why I use this glue is because I know it locks on pretty quickly. Now, if I would have used a different glue like a E6000 or a Liquid Fusion, because I was gonna put the hot wax in shortly after, I didn't want anything sliding off as it waited to cure. I ended up melting my candle in the oven. It was way quicker. The wax looks, it has like a brown look to it. I'm not exactly sure why. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, and just don't excuse us, I made some sweet potato pies and that's what that is in the background. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the wick out, because from the research I've done, you can reuse it. So I have the wick. I think I'm going to add a wax melt to it now. I think it's supposed to cool to a certain temperature. I'm not really an expert at this, but I have some wax melts from Dollar Tree. I want this to have like a pink look to it. I'm going to add just one wax melt because I think with the white and the pink, that once it dries, it should have a pink look to it. Ooh. All right, so I have that in there, and I'm just going to let that melt. And I have this long spoon. I'm going to stir that around, but that'll melt. I just hope it doesn't make this too red, because it is red. Or maybe it's looking kind of red, so maybe I'll take this back out. Yeah, because that's not the color. So I was so concerned about this looking as red as it did. I grabbed some mica powder. It looks like it's like a really pink color. I just dipped a little bit, just poured a little bit of it in there and stirred it up, because I wanted this to be as pink as it could be. I didn't want it to be red. I'm taking some rosemary essential oil to give it a different like smell. I didn't really want it to have that pumpkin spice smell, so I wanted to smell, you know, nice and fresh and minty. Took the wick out of the candle. I kind of snatched it out by mistake, but I fixed it. So now what I have to do is just put the wick inside of this jar. Now I did light it just to make sure it was going to work, because it was completely submerged in the wick. I mean, the wick was completely submerged in the wax. So I have these little dots. I've never used these before, but it came with a candle wax kit I bought a while ago on Amazon. So hopefully it's really sticky. If not, I saw people also use a hot glue gun to stick this in the bottom. So I'm gonna make sure this is right here in the center. Now I'm gonna pull off the backing. Okay, I just pulled off the backing. Now I'm gonna do my best to make sure that this is lined up and centered, so I can stick that right there. And give that a really nice press there. Really firm with my thumbs. Now, as I showed you, I did add a red wax melt, thinking that the red and the color of the white would make it pink. Then I added a little bit of red mica powder. I'm not sure. It may change and get more pinker or darker as it dries. We'll just see. I won't beat myself up about it, because this is my first time doing this. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bring the candle wax over here. And this is just a popsicle stick with a hole in it. I've also saw people use a wooden clothing pin or a dryer pin, or whatever you wanna call it. So I'm just going to make sure this is straight as possible. Then I'll cut it shorter later. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in. Oh, I also added some rosemary. Okay. You see it's like a dark fuchsia color, which is better than having it be completely red. So okay, so you want to be very careful doing this. This is very, very hot. I'm just gonna use an oven mitt to kind of grab that. And I'm gonna turn it this way so you can see it pouring inside. And keep this as straight as possible. I'm gonna pour it nice and slow. Really, 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 really slow. And I'm also hoping that with this, that it's enough to where it's not like stingy. Like, I don't want it to be like down there. Hopefully it's at least up here with the wax. I don't know the measurements and everything like that. Nice and slow. Okay, so this is where it is right now. I'm gonna let this dry. I would like for it to be a little bit more wax, at least to here. So maybe what I'll do is melt down a little bit more, but I think this looks really good so far. I think it's pretty. White wax would have been nice. Okay, so I'm going to add my second layer of melted wax. Like I said, I don't mind this being two-tone. I just didn't have enough of the first batch, and I wanted to come up a lot higher. Well, a little bit higher. I want to sprinkle some glitter just to kind of see what it's going to look like. I think it should be okay. I watched a couple videos. So I'm just going to sprinkle it. I'm hoping that once I sprinkle it, then pour this, that it'll just float to the top. So we'll see. So hopefully this is enough wax. I'm going to go ahead and pour it. However much it is, it's just going to have to be. And this will be finished once it dries. The wax that I poured on top was some white wax that I had, but it was in the same container that I had the pink wax in. So I think it made it kind of like almost like a light pink. But I'll show you at the end how it turned out. This to go ahead and cool down, and I'll show you. Okay, you guys, here is the final finished result of this breast cancer awareness candle, also Dollar Tree DIY, and I'm very impressed. I am very impressed, and I just want you to see that I did end up adding the other decals on the sides. I had almost forgot. So it says Survivor, hashtag TNT era, and then I did add rhinestones to both of the bigger size ribbons, and I just left the smaller one on the other side with no rhinestones on it. I really think this is very pretty, and I feel like this is a wonderful gift to give someone who is either in the battle or overcoming the battle, or someone who has had any type of connection with this terrible disease. I think that this is something that you can do to honor someone, whether it's a loved one or yourself. If you plan on making a basket for someone, putting something like this inside would be great. Even if you didn't do a candle, let's say that you put one of these little ribbons on a glass, on a drinking glass, and you just added some rhinestone to it. That would be very, very pretty. I'm showing you the top so you can see how that glitter looks on top there, because the glitter did just kind of sink. So after it was almost dry, I just want to sprinkle a little bit more. Now, maybe glitter doesn't belong in candles, and you can leave that part out. That's absolutely optional. I just thought it made it look a little better, and I did do a little research. Some people do put glitter in candles, but I think this was an absolutely adorable DIY. It's extremely affordable. Oh, and here is another candle I made for Halloween, just to show you how you can get very versatile with these, especially from the Dollar Tree. So I will be uploading that pumpkin video next with the pumpkin candle. Now, thanks to you guys for watching this video. I really hope that it did give you a great idea to honor someone, because it is October and this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So this will be something very kind and sweet and generous to give someone. And give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Share it on Facebook or send it to someone who may be interested in something like this. And thanks again, you guys, for watching this video. I recently just hit 19,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you to all of you who support this channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you do receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Thanks again. Bye-bye. Check out our website, myroyalradiance.com, and we do carry faux leather inspired designer fabric for your crafting needs, luxury inspired croc charms, as well as iron-on patches and much more. Enjoy the coupon code MyRoyalBeauty10 off. Check out our website, crtacticaldefense.com, where we do sell in-waistband gun holsters, belly band holsters, and many more. Please check out my discount code VIBES for a special discount for my subscribers.